recording it.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Nice to see you all. Hope you had a great weekend. For those of you who are eligible, grading invoices went out on the weekend. So today I want to have a bit of a run through all of the stuff for white belts and yellow stripes, just to get everyone all fresh and comfortable for those of you who are grading next Monday. As I say, for yellow belts and above, we'll look at running grading after we get back into the dojang with the announcement to level 3. Hopefully level 2 won't be too far away if we keep our fingers crossed. Let's get started, guys. Rotate your wrists. Change direction. Elbows. As we go through today, I'll give you the expectations for what I'm after from each grade as well. Change direction. And arms back. And forwards. Torso. Left ankle. While we're warming up, I'll also let you know, and if your parents are listening, they may want to know this as well. I'm going to do some planning around how I can have people come on for the grading for short periods rather than being on a Zoom call for 2 hours. Change direction. I'm going to see how many students we've got, what sort of grades they are, and see whether I can give you a smaller window. So you may be on the call for half an hour. Change foot. Because what I'll do during the grading is I'll pull you up in groups of about 4 and pin you on my screen, ask you to do stuff. Once you've done it, thanks very much, see you later. And then next people come onto the screen, okay? So it'll be a short period, like the period that you normally stand up in front of the class when you do a grading, rather than doing the whole hour or so. Hands on knees, squatting down, and back, down, and back, down, and back, down, and back. Dario, I'm not sure whether you're aware that your camera is off. Can't actually see you now. And circling your legs outwards. Sammy and Tom, good to see you guys. Hands up by your brain. Most of you guys have been here a lot through lockdown, which is awesome, and it's showing, which is fantastic. That's why we're going to do a grading. Legs inwards. Hello, Finlay. What a great bunch. Gabriel, why can't I see you on your camera? There we are. There you are. Dario, your screen's black again. It's not used to be at all. Okay, hips. Change direction. There you are. Okay, hands up, just lightly, front snap kicks, 10 each leg. Now nice and lightly each leg, 10 back kicks. Just no spinning, just leg over your shoulder and kick straight behind you. We're just warming the legs up. Then with the other leg. Then we'll do 10 side kicks each leg. Not too high, just about the height of your belt. Lift the knee. Straighten the leg out. Separate kicks, friends. It's about the motion of your leg, not flicking your leg out. Peter off the chat onto the kicks. Okay, from here, nice and lightly again. 10 turning kicks each leg. Just belt height. Keep your hands up. Then gently front rising kicks. And shot. Just before we get into it, for those of you who have this book, many of you do have this book, at grading, I will be asking you to show me that you have completed the relevant pages. So for those who have this book and have just started, I want you to complete all the white pages. Here we are. 10th gut, white belt, all of those pages, which is, I think, 2 pages or something, 3 pages, a lot of activities and stuff, and also the first yellow, okay? The first yellow pages, these ones, okay? So if you're new, then you complete those ones. If you're green, then you do the first green pages, okay? If you're blue, you do the first blue pages, and so on, okay? So make sure you're working through the appropriate grade stuff. And then yellow stripes, of course, you've got your own material as well. If you have this book, then you have to memorize all of the material on the white belt page. And if you're a yellow stripe, you also have to memorize the material on the yellow stripe page. Okay, so if you've got the book, you have to memorize both of those pages. This page for white belt, both pages for yellow stripe. Okay, but for the guys in the big book, I'm going to be asking you at the grading to show me your completed pages. Very important. Now, there are, I know, a couple of you, Peter being one, you don't have your book yet because it's been locked in lockdown. So don't you worry about that bit. Okay, now, as I say, we're going to go through all the material that I expect. So the first stuff we do, I expect everyone to be able to do it. So parallel stance, jirugi. So everyone needs to know parallel stance. And everyone also needs to be able to do parallel stance punch. Jirugi. And from here, hana, do, set. Make sure you're punching the center line, net. And now eye level for a high punch. Hana, do, set, net. Make sure you're punching in the line with your nose, not over here sideways. It's got to be right in the middle. Now your tummy button height. Hana, do, set, net. Okay, so that's parallel stance punch, buttle. Everyone has to know that. I also expect everyone to know walking ready stance. Hands out to the side. And a big, strong walking stance. And now front rising kick. Hana. Two. Lift your leg up nice and high, Tom. It's got to be at least the height of your belt. Set. Should be up high, it's close to your nose. That's it. Net. Dasa. Yasa. And change sides. Your other leg. Hana. Do. Set. Net. So that's front rising kick, up to oligi. Everyone knows that. And everyone also needs to know up to shigi. Front snap kick. Ready? Ha! Two. Set. Net. You should all be able to kick the height of your belt. Change legs. Ha! Come on, Peter. Two. Set. Net. Bottle. Now, on grading night, I won't be able to demonstrate what I want you to do. So you'll have to know this stuff. When I ask for front rising kick, you have to know this. If I ask for walking ready stance, you're here. If I ask for front rising kick, you're here. And if I ask for front snap kick, you're here. Now, walking stance, 4-fist punch. Beat. From here.
When is grading?
Grading for those of you who are eligible is next Monday. Get ready. Ha! And step back buttle. Other side, two. So this is walking stance punch. Kurin jirugi. Set. Bottle. Net. Bottle. Okay. And now forearm low block. Pomok nejunde makgi. Hana. Crossing on top. Bottle. Two. Bottle. Set. Bottle. Net. Big stance, semi, big step. Watch your crossing finlay. Bottle. Okay. I also want everyone to be able to do this. Step forward, 4-fist punch. Hana. Step back, forearm low block. Do. Set. Net. Dasa. Yasa. Ilga. Yaru. All right, Baro. Now the other side. Hana. Do. Set. Net. 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, and bottle. So everyone needs to be able to do all of that. Okay, now, those of you who are new, I also want you to be able to do a fairly reasonable job of four direction punch with me counting. Okay, you may not be perfect at this, but I expect a pretty good job of four direction punch with me counting. So from here, right side first. Ha! Pivot, do. Set. Come on, Peter, this is for you. Stop typing and get doing. Net. Daso. Yaso. Ilro. Gotta practice that, Peter. And baro. Now this side, left side. Ha. Pivot, step back, do. Other foot, Peter, your left foot moves, not your right foot. Set. Net. Come on, Derek. Daso. Yaso. Ilgo. And bottle. Okay, so those of you who have just started, haven't got any stripes, I will ask you to do that with me counting. Now, those of you who have already got a green stripe, you're going to have to do that without me counting. So everybody standing up. Everybody up. Peter, that's you as well. Okay, four direction punch, right side. Dario, get that camera back on. Right side. Everyone raise your right hand. Peter, get off the keyboard. Peter, get off the keyboard. Okay, so that's the foot that's going to do all the moving. Other right hand, Peter. Other right hand. That's your left hand. Raise your right hand. There we go. That foot's going to be the one that's doing the stepping. The other one just rotates. Okay, four direction punch. Right side. To beat. Without me counting, see how you go. Shijop. Bigger steps, Sammy. I want big steps, not little bitty ones. Big steps. Yeah, that's better. Big steps, big steps. Bigger step, Tommy. And bottle. Okay, now the left side. Everyone raise your left hand. Left hand up, left hand up. Good. So that foot's going to do the stepping. To beat. And go. Other way, Cole. That's it. Good, Sammy. Bigger stance, big stances. Tavisha, watch your height, shoulder height with your punches. Pull right back to your hip. And muddle. Okay, so first greens, I expect you to be able to do that. First greens, I also expect this. Everyone join in. From here, step back, knife hand low block. Hana. And step forward, buttle. Other side. Go. Sonkan na junde maki. Go. Bottle. Other side. Cross in front of your chest. Go. Get some power into the shot. Bottle. Go. Bottle. Go. Bottle. Dario, leave your camera on so I can see what you're doing. I want to see first screens as well that you can do in a forearm middle block. Crossing underneath. Go. Still a walking stance. Bottle. Go. Bottle. Go. Bottle. Go. Gabriel, I can't see you. Bottle, I can see your ceiling. Go. Bottle. Go. Bottle. Cool. Okay. So first greens, I expect that from you. First blues, I also expect you to be able to do this. Everyone with me? Knife and low block. Go. Forward, middle block. Low block. 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 Middle block. Good, change sides. Low block. Middle block. Low block, crosses on top. Middle block. Low block. 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 Middle block. And but all. Finlay and Levi, can you just angle, and also Stella and Cole, can you angle your camera a little bit? You're a bit too much of your ceiling and not enough of you. A bit more, Levi. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Lovely. Awesome. A bit more, Stella. Don't need the ceiling. I just need you guys. Bit more, bit more, bit more, bit more. There we go. Okay.
Is this good?
That's much better. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Finlay. Okay, now, also from first blues, I want you to be able to do 4-direction block with me counting and see how you're going with that. So everyone do this with me. 4-direction block. Right side, right foot's going to move. Step back first. Pull up. And step forward, dual. Short pivot. Set. Net. Tasa. Yasa. Ilga. Yado. Bottle. Cool. Now the other side. Hana. Dual. Set. Net. Come on, Darrow. I expect you to be able to do this. Dasa. Yasa. Ilga. Check you out a nice long stance. Blocking with your right hands. Tommy, change hands. Yado. Bottle. Guys, that's first blues. First reds, I expect you to be able to do that without me counting. Ready, everybody? 4-direction block. Let's see how you go without me counting. Peter, get off the keyboard. Get busy. Ready, 4-direction block. Right side. Shi jump. Knife hand low block. Remember, knife hand low block. Good. As you get more senior, I expect better stances. I expect better crossing and bottle. And the left side. Ready? Get up. Don't rush Stella and Cole. Oh, too many movements, Cole. Good, Amber. So Finlay, check you've got a nice long stance. Tavisha, remember to pull that hand back to your hip. Sammy, a little bit longer in your stance. Make it big. You got a little bitty stance. It's a bigger. That's better. That looks much better, Sammy. And bottle. Okay, so quick summary. For those of you who are going for yellow stripe, I expect you to be able to do all of that really well, okay? So we had parallel stance punch, high, middle, and low punches, walking stance, high, middle, and low punches. We got forearm low blocks, we got knife hand low blocks, and a forearm middle blocks, front snap kick, and front rising kick. Okay, all of those I expect you to be able to perform. And then for yellow stripe, I want you to be able to perform four direction punch and four direction block, looking very strong. Good stances, good width, shoulders and hips nice and straight for your punch, nice and long. So yellow stripe, I want all of that stuff, but at the national standard. Okay, so those of you juniors, remember everyone needs to know front snap kick, front rising kick, parallel stance punch, forearm low block, four fist punch, and walking stance. And then I want you to be able to do four direction punch with me counting in that forward and backward exercise. When you get up to first green, I want you doing four direction punch without me counting. First blue, I want you to be able to do four direction block with me counting. First red, I want you to do four direction block without me counting. And then first black, I want you to be really close to yellow stripe, okay? And then yellow stripes, all of that. Any questions about that so far? If you have any questions, unmute and ask, otherwise grab a little drink. Then we're going to do yellow stripes. Okay. Now, yellow stripes, your syllabus is either summarized in the inside back cover of this book, or if you've got the large book, then it's spread through that book. Everyone can do this. First up, sitting stance punch. V. Sitting stance is like riding a fat horse. Your heels stay on the ground. And from here, we go down, up, down with our sine wave. Ready, middle punch, hana, two, set, net, dasa. Everyone can do this. And now flat fingertip thrust, which is one of the compulsory movements for yellow stripe. It's like a high punch, but you open your hand at the end and put your fingertips into something squishy, like a watermelon. Okay, so you open your hand up at the last moment. Hana, two, set, net, tasa, yasa, and baro. Okay, now also yellow stripes, you need to know L stance and L stance forearm guarding block. So L ready stance looks like a walking stance, walking ready stance. So the L stance, 1 foot sideways, 1 foot forward, front toe and back heel are pretty much on the same line, which gives you a little gap between your heels. And walk L ready stance, your hands out to the side. A little bit more weight on my back leg and both legs bent. So 70% of the weight on my back leg. Everyone show me that. This is L stance. So from here, I want to go one side, other side, go. I'm doing it sideways so I can see you and you can see me. See your L stance. Or if I'm stepping outwards, I can go like this. Cool. Okay, that's my L ready stance. Good. The L stance is super important. Your body's on an angle. It's not facing forwards like this, and it's not facing sideways. It's on an angle. Now, the next movement, of course, is our L stance forearm guarding block. Hands up, pull back, block. Together, pull back, block. Hands in front of chest, pull back, block. Down, up, down. Go, try that left and right. Don't drop your hands between. Don't bring your hands down to your belt from here in front of the chest. Keep them up, lift. When I reach back, I lift up slightly, and then I block. Okay, it's forearm guarding block. Good. Keep doing that left and right. Where you go. Come on, Julian, left and right. So for yellow stripes going for your yellow stripe +1, you're going to have to know all these basic movements. Okay, that's good. Koangaman. Then you got some kicks. Okay, first up, defensively, we've got our side rising kick, which we often do from a sitting ready stance. I might step together, turn my supporting foot away from my kick, and then rise my kicking leg up. Everyone do that left and right. When I kick, just make a guarding block with your hands. Keep your hands up. Got to turn that supporting foot. Make sure you breathe when you kick. It's a side rising kick. Okay, keep going. Good. Okay, good. Next one. You also have to know side front snap kick. So if you've done your forearm guarding block, and I've kicked with my front leg a little bit like a front snap kick, but because my body is half facing, it's called a side front snap kick. Levi, question?
I'm like white belts, and I'm like, are white belts supposed to do this stuff?
Yes, absolutely. Everyone can keep doing this stuff. I'm just not going to test you on the stuff next Monday, Levi. Thank you very much for asking.
Thank you.
So everyone keep doing everything. It's just there's only the certain stuff you have to know. So everyone can do this. So from here, side front snap kick. It's actually pretty easy. Go. And then do a guarding block. Front leg kick, forearm guarding block. Front leg kick, forearm guarding block. Watch the angle of your foot. Try the other side. Cool. Good. Nice and easy one, that one. And the other kick, which everyone's done, but yellow stripes have to be able to show me how good it is, and that's turning kick. So from my forearm guarding block that this way, kicking on an angle here. Go, do some turning kicks each leg. You got to pivot that supporting foot like we've been practicing in class. Lean over so that your knee and foot can come up. Snap out and back. Try lifting up in your stance and do 5 kicks without putting your leg on the ground. Nice. If you've got a good foot body position, it makes it easy. Cool, then do the other leg. Go. Just one turning kick. Pivot that supporting foot, lean your body over, lift your leg and foot, and kick like you're swinging your baseball bat. Nice and straight. Now try to lift your leg up, do 5 kicks, go. Nice. Good. That's it, Levi. Good. Just a little bit more pivot in that supporting foot, Levi, and you'll be able to turn that foot over a little bit more.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Okay. So, yellow, everyone can do this, of course, but yellow stripes, you have to know this and demonstrate it. Sitting stance, L stance, flat fingertip thrust, L stance and a forearm middle block is, of course, in your pattern. So try a few of those. You've done the block before. And now we're doing it in the different stance. So everyone try this. You've got forearm guarding block, which we've done, side front snap kick, turning kick, and side rising kick. So all yellow stripes. I expect you to be able to demonstrate those. And come on. Okay. There's one other technical thing that we can all do that yellow stripes have to be able to do, and that's spot turning and step turning. Okay. So this gets tricky. So everyone listen carefully. This is all different ways that we turn around in our stances. Spot turn has two different ones, and so does step turn. Okay, well, they're actually kind of four different ones, but they're in two different pairs. Spot turn's easy. I make my walking stance, for example, and when I turn around, I'm going to leave my front foot where it is, turn and face the other way, and step into a walking stance. Notice that when I did that, I went sideways, but I didn't go forwards or backwards. That's a spot turn pivoting on the front foot. Now everyone do a few of those. When I come back, I'm pivoting on the back foot, and that's a spot turn pivoting on the back foot. So spot turn pivoting on the front foot, spot turn pivoting on the back foot. Then change legs and do the same thing. Spot turn pivoting on the front foot, spot turn pivoting on the back foot. Everyone should really be able to do that because it's really easy. And we have to turn around a bit in class, so you got to do one. Okay, cool. Notice when I do it sideways, I don't go forwards or backwards. I only go sideways a little bit. I'm not stepping forwards, I'm not stepping backwards. Now, the second type of spot turn is a bit more difficult. So yellow stripes, you might not get this perfect yet. Yellow belts, you'll get it. I want you to be able to do this. This is a spot turn moving your front foot on the center line. So first I'll do it facing the camera. Watch my front foot. It comes into my center line and back in line with my heel, and I step down here. This is one. Then I turn around to do my stance. That's two. And if I bring my rear foot to the center line, that's a spot turn moving the rear foot to the center line. One and two. This is a spot turn moving the front foot onto the center line or the rear foot on the center line. Try that. It's a little bit more tricky. You go forward and backward a tiny bit. Generally, you're staying close to the spot. So yellow stripes, that's yours as well. Yellow belts, I expect you to be able to nail it. Little step in, turn around. Little step in, turn around. Cool. And come on. They're the two types of spot turn. The two types of step turn are like the first one's like we do in Chon-Ji. We do a backward step turn. So I'm taking a step back and I'm turning around clockwise, the same way as the clock. That's a backward step turn clockwise. I go backwards, I turn around clockwise and land in my stance. Okay? It's a backward step turn clockwise. If I go counterclockwise, it's this way. Backwards, step opposite way from the clock and turn around. Okay? Backwards, step the opposite direction of the clock and turn around. If I change my legs, I can go counterclockwise or clockwise. Okay? Same thing. So I'm just pivoting and doing a complete turn. The alternative, of course, is going forwards. So from here, I'm going to go forwards and turn around clockwise. Forwards. Well, that's counterclockwise, isn't it? Forwards, counterclockwise. Or forwards, clockwise. I take a step forwards and turn clockwise. If I change my feet, forward and clockwise, or backward. Sorry. Forward and counterclockwise. Forward and counterclockwise. Okay, so they're the step turns. So yellow stripes, that's the hardest thing that you're supposed to know. Takes a little bit of practice. Okay. Those of you who are yellow stripe +1 going for double yellow stripe, I want to see Chon-Ji. So for the first time, those of you who are white belts, just watch the next little bit. Watch the next little bit. Everybody else, Chon-Ji from here, once with me and then once on your own. Remember, in your limited space, if you run out of space and you need to step forward, adjust your position and then step forward. Okay? Chon-Ji, time with me. Go. Notice that was a backward step turn clockwise. If you finish battle, step forward. Good. Okay. Notice that that pattern has 4 backward step turns clockwise. 4 backward step turns clockwise. Where you turn all the way around and take a step backwards. Now, everybody up. So, those of you with yellow stripe +1 going for yellow stripe +2, I expect you to be able to do Chon-Ji. Those yellow stripe +2 who are going for yellow stripe +3, I expect you to be able to do 3-step sparring alone. Those of you going for yellow belt, raise your hand if you're going for yellow belt. You have to be, Manon, that's you. You have to be able to do the entire yellow belt syllabus. Well, high standard, good stances, good sine wave, good crossing, all of the good stuff. Okay, everybody, 3-set sparring. Beat. Everyone can do this, even white belts. No barrier to practicing this one. Peter, that's you. You've done this before. Always, of course, right leg back. Ha! Go. Right leg back. Other right leg, Peter. And punching, moving forward. 1, 2, 3. Step back, buttle. That's my first attack is a middle punch. My first block is a middle block. Pull. Go. 1, 2, 3. Flat fingertip thrust. Pull. That's why we have to know it. And bottle. Now let's do number 2. High punch. Pull. Go. Moving forward. 1. High punch. 2, 3. And step back. And knife hand side block. Okay, so if you know this one, you can do this one as well. Stepping back. 1, 2, 3. Yellow belts, this is your stuff. Step forward into a sitting stance. Reverse knife hand inward strike. So these are yellow belt techniques, yellow strikes. We just do our best and see how we go. And buttle. Number 3. Low front snap kick, so the height of your tummy button, and then walking ready stance. 1, 2, 3. And step back, buttle. Ready, pull. Knife out, forearm low block. 1, 2, 3. And another yellow belt technique. Move the front foot, pivot the back foot. Knife hand side strike. Go. Good, yellow belts, looking good. And bottle, the 2. Okay, just come and sit down in front of the camera for a moment. I will also, for those of you going for yellow stripe and yellow belt, I will be asking you your theory questions. So white belts going for yellow stripe, you need to know some Korean for training area, dojang, training uniform, dobok, high, nopunde, kaunde, middle, najunde, low, and punch, jirugi, block, makgi, and kick, chagi. So you have to know those 6 terms. You also have to know that the founder of Taekwondo was General Chae Hong-hee, who was born in 1918 and died in 2002. Okay. You need to know the meaning of the white belts. All of the belt meanings have 2 parts. The first part is what the color represents, and the second part is how that relates to Taekwondo. So white signifies innocence. As a beginner, doesn't know anything about Taekwondo. White is innocence, beginner has no knowledge of Taekwondo. Okay, so they're the 2 parts. You also have to know the tenets of Taekwondo: courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit, and the student oath. Okay, so we say at the start of each class, which we didn't say today, we'll say it at the end. So that's the theory that white belts have to know for yellow stripe, as well as completing the pages in your book if you have the bigger book. Yellow stripes going for yellow belt. That's quite a few of you here. There's quite a few of you here going for yellow belt. You have to know Korean for attention stance, charyotsogi, bow, kyongye, parallel stance, narare-sogi, walking stance, gunin-sogi, sitting stance, anun-sogi, and L stance, nyunja-sogi. So 6 stances, including the bow position. And you also have to be able to count to 10. Everyone count to 10 with me now. Go. Hana, mu, set, net, yaso,
Yaso.
yado,
Yaso.
yu. Okay, 1 to 10, good stuff. Okay, and the meaning of Chon-Ji. Again, the meaning of Chon-Ji has 2 important parts to it. One, what Chon-Ji means literally, it means the heaven and the earth. And 2, what's that got to do with Taekwondo? Okay, so it means the heaven and the earth, which in the Orient is like the beginning of time or creation. Like this is the start of the universe. Okay, that's why Chon-Ji, heaven, earth, creation, beginning of the world, and the beginning of the universe. Okay, so
It has 19 movements too.
yes, it does. Second, what does that mean about Taekwondo? So as a beginner, creation in the beginning symbolizes the beginning of your Taekwondo journey. So that's why it's the first pattern you learn. And yes, it has 19 movements separated into 2 parts, 1 part to represent the heaven and the other part to represent the earth. Okay, and there's a lot more detail. If you have this book, then you can read quite a lot about the history of Chon-Ji. Whereabouts are we? Towards the back. Here we go. About Chon-Ji. There's 1.5 pages about Chon-Ji here. Okay, along with a picture of General by Lake Chon-Ji in North Korea.
His name is Choi Hong-hee.
Does anybody have any questions about what they need to know and demonstrate for grading next Monday? Anyone have any questions? Okay, so I've been through exactly what I expect you to demonstrate for me next week. And I want to see good stances. I want to see you getting your good crossing. I want to see good power. Okay, not just, oh yeah, these are the movements I've been told to do. It's got to be nice and strong with good balance, good power, and good stances. That's what I want to see next week for grading. As I say, I'm going to split that 2-hour session up, and I'm going to email everyone little time slots. So what I might do, for example, is those who are not yet yellow stripe, who are going for first green, first blue, first red, first black, you might be in the first half hour. Those of you who are not yet yellow belts and are going for a stripe, you might be in the second half hour. And then those who are white belt going for yellow stripe, you'll be in the third half hour. And those of you going for from yellow stripe to yellow belt, you might be in the fourth half hour. But it'll be mixed around a little bit because we've got lots of white belts going for the first grade, quite a few yellow stripes going for yellow belt. So I'll have to mix it around a little bit. And you might not be exactly within that window. Just don't be late to your window. Does that make sense? And then I'll do in class what we did last week, where I'll pick 4 people and spotlight you. And then I'll ask you to do the movements. And I'll ask you some theory questions. And then I'll say, thank you. You can move back and I'll get the next 4 people up. While you're not up demonstrating, you can be practicing. Okay, you can be in your space practicing yourself, getting yourself nice and warm with practicing your movements. Any other questions about grading? Okay, cool. So, everybody standing up. Let's practice the tenets and oath that we did at the start. I'll mute everybody for everyone's muted. Good. That way we don't get the echoing and stuff. Everyone raise your right hand and recite the tenets: saju, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. Okay, and now after me, recite the oath. Ready, go. I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect the instructor and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion of freedom and justice. I shall build a more peaceful world. But everyone has to know that. Everybody has to know those. Okay, so tonight we just went all the way through the white belt stuff, all the way through the yellow belt stuff. What we're going to do just to finish off, yellow belts standing up. I'm going to pin my yellow belts. One moment. Here's one yellow belt. Here's another yellow belt. Okay, just the 2, I think, now with the yellow belts. Okay, you guys, let's see Dangun to. Dangun. Give yourself some space. And saju. Good. And just relax in that sine wave. Keep going, keep going. Just let it be natural. Don't feel like you have to do a deep. That's it. That looks good. Your other foot only comes in halfway. Good, Robin. Just bring your foot halfway in, Aaron. Don't bring it right to the other foot. Just halfway. Just halfway when you step forward. Don't go right to the other foot. That's it. Other way, Aaron. Come back to the right punch. Come back to your right, your right high block. Trikimaki, but with the right foot forward. Right foot, other foot. Change feet and change hands. That's it. Now, oh, I just lost your visual. Now you're going to go forwards. Leave your right foot where you are. From that position, leave your right foot where it is. Change feet, change feet. Leave your right foot where it is and turn around to the other way. Turn backwards, spin backwards. Go. I can't. That way. Yes, yes. That's it. Now punch. Yep, punch. Now go the other way and punch. That's it. That's the end of Dangun. Always finish with a left punch, not a right punch. Okay, so go other way first and then this way. And buttle. That's it. And your left foot comes back to the middle. After you've punched, you bring that left foot back. Okay, and come on. Buttle. Good work, guys. Nice, Robin. You're looking good. Okay, everybody sitting down, left leg out. Right leg over the top. And stretch. Make sure you're practicing, everybody, so that you're all ready for next Monday. Of course, we've got more classes this week. Tomorrow and Wednesday will be similar to today, where I'm going to go through everything so that everyone's comfortable for grading next week. Thursday, of course, we've got some beginners coming, so we'll be running it as a beginner session again. Come on, Tamisha. And change. But my goal this week is to make sure everyone's comfortable with how grading is going to work, even though it's over Zoom. Questions, Sammy? Oh, okay. Sorry, you raised your hand. I thought you might have had a question. It's okay. And both feet out. Stretch up nice and tall. And stretching forwards. And heels back. Breathe in. And push down. Come on, Peter, stretching, not typing. This is not time for chat. You can do that in your school Zoom sessions. And nobody should be eating McDonald's. That's terrible. Should be eating food, not that rubbish. Oh, you should respect your body far too much than to put that rubbish inside it. Wow. Oh, jeepers. Why would you bother getting McDonald's when you can get great Thai food, nice and some really good, maybe some good healthy Chinese food, burger fuel, get a proper burger. None of this rubbish McDonald's or Wendy's or any of that terrible stuff. Sushi, yep. Sushi is a good choice. Sorry, Levi.
I love burgers.
You like burgers? Oh,
Yeah.
Vietnamese is awesome too. Yeah, there's some good options there. Not that rubbishy McDonald's stuff. Jeepers.
What about pizza?
Oh, it depends on the pizza. As long as it's good pizza.
Hawaiian?
It depends on where you get it.
Oh,
Place that makes good pizza, not fast food pizza. Okay,
Fish and chip.
left leg behind.
Chicken KFC.
Oh, got some terrible taste in this room. Wow.
I got the spiciness, just a little bit.
Fried chicken. Just as well, you've all got young hearts. Wow. Gonna clog up those arteries with that terrible food.
I do for my fans.
And change. Very importantly, guys, make sure you continue to help out at home and look after mum and dad. Do nice things for them, help them, rather than just telling them you want stuff and expecting them to do everything for you. Remember, this is hard for mums and dads as well, and level 3 for us is almost the same as level 2.
Mommy Jack says teriyaki fried chicken.
Does it? Awesome. Good Japanese food. Okay, thanks, guys. Turn to lift and tidy up. Great to have you tonight. I look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday, and then get training and practicing for grading next week. Chin up. Go in. Take on. Thanks, guys. That's on.
Bye, Sam.
Nice to see you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
bye, 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 bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.